Former U.S. Vice President Joe Biden has announced he's entering the 2020 race for the presidency. Although it didn't come as much of a surprise, it's been an open secret for some time. Early polls show he's currently the most popular candidate among the Democrats, but the road to the White House for Biden could be littered with potholes from his past, as Caleb Maupin explains.
Now, Joe Biden is a longtime Democratic Party superstar. He has a long career representing Delaware in the U.S. Senate. However, growing numbers are concerned about his record. Let's not forget that he supported George W. Bush's invasion of Iraq and pushed the lie about weapons of mass destruction.
Saddam is dangerous. The world would be a better place without him. But the reason he poses a growing danger to the United States and its allies is that he possesses chemical and biological weapons.
And he's not the Me Too candidate by a long shot. Not only does Joe have his own touchy-feely proclivities, but he jumped over Anita Hill way back in 1991 when she was accusing then Supreme Court nominee Clarence Thomas of sexual harassment.
It is appropriate to ask Professor Hill anything any member wishes to ask her to plumb the depths of her credibility.
And Joe's also a lock-em-up guy. He was one of the most outspoken supporters of Bill Clinton's 1994 Violent Crime Control Act, which led to an explosion in the U.S. prison population, which critics now see as a big problem. Joe is also a big supporter of the death penalty, even calling for its expansion.
The Biden crime bill is before us, calls for the death penalty for 51 offenses. A wag in the newspaper recently wrote that something to the effect that Biden has made it a death penalty offense for everything but jaywalking.
Back when Bill Clinton's crime bill passed, Joe Biden was such an outspoken supporter, he said, quote, "I'd like to be running and have someone use the crime bill against me." Welcome to 2019, Joe. At this point, your biggest opponent, Bernie Sanders, actually wants prisoners to be able to vote. Socialism is now a favorite word among young people, and your tough-on-crime talking points might come back to haunt you. Now, the 2020 Democratic primary is still a fair way off, but if Joe Biden thinks it's going to be just a typical election, he may be in for a big surprise.